Hey, it's Sunday, baby. We got a clean dome. And we ready to rock and roll. Ain't nothing like a mystery Sunday to cap off the weekend. Because that's what we're here to do, baby. I never like just continue. I'm a load game type of guy. And I don't want no damn autosave. I want it when I saved it. That's right. We're getting ready to talk to fucking Cuno. I love this fucking kid. Cuno's little shit show. Alright, let's just jump right into it. We should be fine on all that stuff.
Have you come to make your offering to Cuno?
Let's turn it up a little bit. Here's a kid. Here's a drink, kid. It's alcohol. This should make us friends. Got your little set of wheels, Cuno. Throw me a man in truck. Let's rip some tar, Cuno. Hold the pack of cigarettes.
Put it away. The information here isn't worth it.
Back off, fuck eyes! Cuno is a man. Cuno can smoke if he wants.
Hey, Phantom. What's happening? How we doing?
The lieutenant doesn't like this. It may be less destructive to your working relationship to just come back alone later.
Ah. Oh, you got some bad internet?
Fuck you too, Piggo. Fuck you and your four-eyed friend. Thought you wanted to make this right with Cuno?
Alright. We'll come back. We got an hour. A little bit over an hour. He goes to bed at 2100. You reek of death. Wash it off. There's a bathtub in your room. Okay. Locate a working firearm that shoots 4.46 ammo. Alright. Smoker on the balcony. After 2100. Alright, so we got a lot of shit to do after 2100. How do we get up there? That's what I want to know. You guys got any more info
I've
for
got
me?
nothing to say to you.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade. I just found a bullet in the hanged man's head.
A bullet, you say? That's mighty curious.
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
Oh, that's right. I forgot these guys admitted to hanging him.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
Yeah, okay.
I guess it's a little logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
Okay.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
I'm going to ask you again. Why was this in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
All right.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around
think
the
so?
bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Yeah, we'll figure this shit out.
Worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
They're snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down. Yeah, they're from some kind of tribunal.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
All right.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
All right, Glenn.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The moon
Which one's
is on the
Glenn?
rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
You know that single series giant hornet can kill 4 EVs a minute? Mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. Choices, they're gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen? We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zealagars. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Because Glenn's fucking crazy. Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
See what? That they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He takes a sip of his beer to bide his time, then he tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal. So are the local gangs, the fucking Barmy Army, and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah.
Good point.
Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals. Special forces, as you said. They're not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think. The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're the bees, they're the hornet.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you fucks out, Titus. Okay, you got this. You got their number. All right, I'll be on your side when they come. You got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
I don't want to tell them that. Is there a way in this bitch?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. It's painted blue. The door does not budge. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door, it leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind.
There's like a roof to this place. I have never been up to the roof. The stairs in there. Let's see what we got over here. Nothing. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I did it my way.
He nods.
It's where the magic
By that
happens.
you mean crimes against humanity?
Crimes against myself, anyway. I defied the bourgeoisie's mortality in here. Defied it hard. No, I meant disco. Never mind.
I have no idea what that means.
I'm not holding my bag, am I? I didn't even think about raiding my room for money.
The window stands broken.
Oh, what's this door? Where does this door go? Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. Which is locked.
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you. He doesn't like where this is going. Still nothing. The lieutenant gives. He doesn't like where this is.
Okay, well. We haven't done anything to help that lady out. There's the racist guy. Okay, it's inside that building. We gotta get inside
An
here.
inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Come on,
Because
baby.
there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Nice. We in there, baby.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Kim. We should probably save it. An ineptitude of magnesium supplement. Magnesium supplement, you rub in your chest to live a happy magnesium-rich life. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
We got some
The
drugs.
lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Someone has taken narcotic here, perhaps a police should interfere. I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear. I was thinking about justice. I heard amphetamines are really good for you. A really good detective. I heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However,
He points to the ladder in the
see
corner.
that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Poser says get out of the way or get fucked up. Cured pig's head looks mummified. Let's see where this goes. The doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars that keep the ruins together. Give me that 90 cents. What do we got here? A postcard. Hey, some health. We needed that. Oh, look at all this swag up here.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun, it's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
You really think the cloak's mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane. Just a machine, Lieutenant. Like a giant hammer or a pair of pliers.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impressive achievement of engineering. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Yeah. He looks at the sad piece of fabric hanging in the wind.
I was under the impression we are on our way to meet the king of this castle under siege, Evrard, one of the people we're interviewing. This way we may be able to get around his henchmen. Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He looks around with the wind.
He's thinking
hair
you've forgotten
bristling.
where you are again.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it?
Look to the ledge at the cold pavement
Well,
below.
it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Yeah, not right now. Because we're going to save it first.
A tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
And we don't even get to go?
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up there.
That's not at all what it said.
You could have died there. Shit.
Hey! What happened?
I just can't do it right now.
We can always come back when you are fit.
Yeah, let's just reload that. There is no reason to take that morale hit. Oh, we are running over here. Do we have to go all the way up there? Yeah, we do. Okay. I wish we could just go right through that wall there. So we can't do anything with that amphetamine. Alright, so wherever that secret passage leads, in the kitchen, not secret passage, but the locked passage. The book titled The Man from Hilmagil and the Wildfire. The book is really erotica, but without actual erotica. I'm gonna come back here by Cuno's little friend. Because we gotta go up there anyway for the smoking man. can't get in there, eh?
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier. More old bullet holes. Half a century at least. From the revolution.
They're
You
closer.
peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow. Your chest feels tight looking at them. It's closing in, caving in, ever tighter.
You okay there?
Man, I started feeling really bad for a second.
Might be the after effects of your past escapades. What are you looking at?
It's all these bullet holes.
Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old.
I don't want to die. You got to. So no crime has happened here?
Perhaps a crime of a sort ages ago. But no, these do not warrant an investigation. Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Should we go?
What was this again?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Fuck it.
You have no clue. So many walls all over Martinez. Whether
Okay, we'll come back. Let's go back through here and see if we missed anything. If we notice anything different. Take us up to the balcony.
this door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Alright, let's get these cutters in our hand. Let's save it and see what happens here.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says
Oh, we've already
number
fucked it up.
11.
Just making sure we didn't have a level up we just hadn't used. How did we miss that? Book of 16 Days of Coldest April.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dahl. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow.
Feels
Indeed,
heavy.
the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead.
Oh, what's in it?
It would do that in Grant.
How long is this book
You
anyway?
flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading. The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she
She
look like?
can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph, and yet From this cover, the eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you. In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturn motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows. The Yugograd riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugograd Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature. As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes. It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure? They go through a brief and somewhat awkward love affair. And in the end, they betray each other and succumb to the
lying. He said it would literally
life.
physically hurt us.
The man becomes a lens grinder, completely abandoning his former existence. He toils through the daily drudgery at the Lenka Polyfabricate. Happiness and fulfillment have eluded him his whole life. And in the end, he has nothing to do but dedicate himself to the craft. She spends the next several decades standing at a conveyor in a fish processing plant. The smell of fish guts slowly seeps into her hair and skin, as every single one of her dreams dies, one by one. The memory of their short time spent together tortures the former lovers ceaselessly until the end of their days. Years pass in solitude, their bodies growing ever more decrepit.
This is terrible.
As life leaves their remains between the soil sheets, their final thoughts are filled with regret.
Give me a moment.
Oh, fishy fish. I don't think she's got anything for us.
Hello again, officers.
Oh, we got 16 minutes to kill. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. You hear distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. Alright, what are we gonna do? Oops, wrong button. Too bad that doesn't make time go by. Like, a minute hasn't even gone by. We need to get some healing meds. This little fuck got anything to say?
Trying to sneak up on me again?
You're back.
All right.
Good. What can I help you with? More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Think of something close to you.
6 kilometers southwest, in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers.
What's going on
Fingers
here?
on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
The Revachol Citizens Militia?
Preciso Mundo.
And what is this?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
He's being sarcastic.
You said defective. Are we?
We are.
Yes, that means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
That's it for the Who I Am part then.
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
Lackey the capital. I'm basically a thrall to foreign assets. I'm basically one of the good guys. So I'm basically going to avoid this subject.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it. Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you. The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the international zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Revacholians get to keep the peace in Revachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help. What I am not is a basic term of reality.
There may be a way to get her speaking about herself at some later juncture. Everyone wants to talk about themselves. She will, in time.
All right, we
These
got a
are
minute. 7 more minutes, guys.
Unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late. For the big time.
Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth.
The revolution.
And what is this revolution I keep hearing
It's
about?
quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next. Who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle. Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
The communists and the anarchists shoot back?
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Sounds like they should have shot more people in the head then.
Yeah, it was a kerfuffle, all right.
Lieutenant mumbles from behind his notes.
Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it.
Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing
Oh,
side?
lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad.
I love that king. Fucking communists.
I prefer the term risk-averse. King Guillaume was nobody's fool. He could smell a PR disaster brewing, so he got out alive, and his nephew Fricelle got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time. The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything.
Okay, and by liberals you mean...
Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well.
How did the liberals win it all?
They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
So everyone got shot. Then who was there to surrender?
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights.
Wait, you just said the liberals took everything.
The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people. The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly
I know we can leave,
the way
but
it is.
we're caught up in this
They
conversation.
believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
The rulers of Revachol, and also the world. These guys are strong.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
If always picking the option that doesn't commit to anything other than hell yes I am, and also not.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your life. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know? Glad to have been of assistance.
All right. We've been waiting an entire day for this. Let's go inside here. Take this balcony. Let's hit a save. Now let's come talk to this guy again.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man in the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag of his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights. Its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
You got your hint. Found the key right underneath that stone.
Beautiful.
He looks at you. Something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for. Honestly, I'm just trying to screw things up. I'm going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular.
Beautiful.
He says again, a nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Now it's search 28. By the way, I'm really digging the view here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place.
He looks away.
Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
The lieutenant whispers to you, shaking his head.
Yeah, it does feel like the end of the week. Such gentle weather.
Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me, you do.
Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
But I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out the booze.
Only if you promise we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, alright?
Alright.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim?
Different, of course.
Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
His shirt.
Trying to hold back laugh.
His shirt.
He's trying to dive deep into the mysteries of his shirt.
His shirt? No,
I think he's a hooker.
I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He knocks at the apartment door before you. Alright, let's get on in here. Alright. Oh, wow, we got a bunch of stuff to look at. Quarterly Business Magazine. Governmental issues take me all rubbish, all as you can see. An empty ashtray. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. None of this is weird. Buckets of paint and a layer of old newspaper. An old photo of the same apartment dated 2001. Expensive men perfume lingers in the air. A Cimarron conical hat. Is there anything to take in here? Alright, let's talk to homeboy here.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man is a business casual who removes his cufflinks.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government.
Ooh.
I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur la Tille. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot.
If you're going to go, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful bed.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
This is just a break we were looking for. Alright, let's just start from the beginning.
It's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body.
So he was already dead.
Then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Well done, detective.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right wording.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities. I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell. I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
They were threatening to kill him.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
Lieutenant flips to his notes. Are you sure at least one of them wasn't a woman?
It's possible, officer. But I cannot say with certainty. It was very dark, you must remember. I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
All right,
well,
what happened next?
That's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? The lynch guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the
right,
RCM?
of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get you straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
No, that was a waste
I'm
of time.
sorry I couldn't be of more assistance.
It's official like you doing in
The
Rorday.
coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but why are you here?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
So you're a bureaucrat.
As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
It is the most important thing.
THC, baby.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%. But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all,
The
homie.
coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency. Whatever you wish, officer. Ah, my friend.
Yeah, what's up with your friend?
My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. I'm just enjoying the view.
The man smiles, nodding to the view. What's the view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
He says, raising his
Baby
hand.
is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby's crying.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about
This
it?
place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen.
Well, that's
But
fucked
the
up.
million real view stays. You can't take that away.
Knocks on the balcony door, his face mirrored in the darkened glass.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
Sorry. Who?
The
But I
guy in
told
the
you,
watch.
officer.
The guy on the balcony.
He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Yeah, what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
Alright. So all you can tell me is that
He's
studying
deeply
arts.
enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him. I'm all ears, officer. A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Oh, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen.
What? That's kind of what
And I'm
happens.
pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I think we're done though.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
All right, what does this give us? And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in a shop on the corner, and finally in the Matchbox house. Sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them up front here. It's awful. A white morning, a modern death, divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him and make him smaller, make him less you. 20% zoom out distances. All motorics learning caps raised by 1. +1 conceptualization, -1 suggestion. That gives me +1 drama and +1 lecture of chemistry. I'm sure that's going to take over the Jackson, so I'll lose 1 suggestion. But that is fucking dope. +1 logic, -1 suggestion. We can't lose 2 suggestions. No, I wanted to put the coat, that one on. I think we're good. Look at all these white check marks. Jesus Christ. Bird Nest Roy. Looks like we do conceptualization. That'll give us a couple more. Dude, our perception's already pretty dope. Oh, I don't know what to do. Ah, interfacing. That's so we get in that. The locked door. Yeah, I think we're good there. Ooh, now we can zoom out even further.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, the shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little...
After you, detective.
We're saving this shit. A flying poster of a white star, real lithography. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such.
A plaster-cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads, Kraz Marzov.
Father Mathov, the hero of the working class.
Whoever lives here definitely shares your enthusiasm.
Communists!
There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems. The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
.9mm bullet. Sumerian lounge jacket. Where did Kim go?
Yes?
Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. Oh, one conceptualization, so we're gonna lose one suggestion. Oh, that's much nicer. We're just stealing people's shit. It don't matter. Alright, let's go get rid of Kim.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Alright, so you're actually going to put a skill point into it. You can't just put something on. We gotta wash the stank off us too. Can we just click and go to bed?
Yes?
That's it. That's all we gotta do to get rid of him? Because we're getting rid of smoke. I don't know if we die. I forget.
Have you come to make your offering to Cuno? Okay, Porkson. Tar keeps Cuno sharp. Helps Cuno think. Cuno likes that brain boost shit.
Yeah, you do,
We're
huh?
cool now. But don't be pulling this shit on Cuno, or Cuno's gonna have to beat the shit out of you again.
Right, we forgot we tried to fight him.
Has taken place.
Alright.
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Cuno. Pig's choking. He's totally choking. Fucking idiot Mulcapa. Doesn't know any questions.
The lieutenant is sitting on the edge of his bed, 20 kilometers from here, and cleaning his boots. An archetypal policeman like him would definitely come up with some questions to ask right now. Unlike you, standing here alone, unable to gather your thoughts.
Oh, it's 42%. Fuck it.
He's on your
Damn it.
crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Hey, Cuno, if you can turn the Cuno down for a moment. Let's talk like normal people. Hey, listen. I know this boundary pushing thing is new to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups.
Fuck no. What are you? Fucking mentally handicapped?
Cuno, they've almost made you a snitch now.
Ease off, see? Cuno always takes the bullet over the hammer.
He'd rather die than work with the justice system.
Cuno doesn't.
All right. So we'll come back and talk to him with with Kim, I guess, and then we can ask questions. Let's go get some more money real quick.
Is this about...
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Ooh.
Okay, here. I hope...
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the
Hey, that paid for my medicine. All right. We got booze, we got smokes.
Looking for something odd?
Oh shit, the car's gone. Oh no, it shouldn't be gone yet. A sewer grate, a gateway to the river filth. Between the thighs of a page 3 girl. Laundry du disco. We been in here yet? Oh yeah.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Jig Patchouli cool figurine in a box under the table.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say foul.
What is this?
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should, yes, buy something nice. A figurine.
What's up here?
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chip 1 especially catches your eye.
I feel like,
Deep
why wouldn't we
gold
look at this shit
amber
earlier?
plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Everyone knows this device come in handy in my police work.
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music. Is the Harman Welshi W2.
Oh,
made in
a Harman
Vespa,
Welshi W2.
Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers.
Hey.
Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyundai burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
Sniff the t-shirt.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there.
Ew.
Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
Oh, what's the deal?
That's the man from Hjelmdal walking away as his village burns.
He's surprised at your non-recognition. Lie, sire, for no reason.
I was a very sheltered child. My parents only let me read boring books out of ordinary people, and the man from Hjelmdal looks extraordinary.
That's very sad, man. Then you missed out on some pretty well executed, albeit repetitive, adventure literature. The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla, mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD. He left his native village of Hjelmdal after his son was kidnapped, having many exciting adventures and killing many enemies with his swords. But he lost his family in the process. Tragic stuff, really. 2 real.
That's very cheap for a printed t-shirt that's still in pretty good shape.
But why?
Because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name?
I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit enterprise.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
I don't care anything else about that light. And we have a white market here. I think we should be able to do that.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings the pawn shop is always open.
Is Roy high? And if so, yes. What is he on?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
It's just me. It's really warm in here.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice.
It's pretty obvious you're under the influence, sir. No judgment, just curious. Probably did loads of Pyrolydian and lost my memory.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
It must have been tough.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen? I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. He's been by the shop a couple of times. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of
Alright, so
butchery.
this guy doesn't know much.
Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
You said you'd done it before, yeah?
It's almost like he's worried for you.
Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object in the palm of his hand. Very odd.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut.
I respect your decision, officer. What else can I help you with? Sure thing. My apologies,
A needle in a haystack.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig.
Okay.
Which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit upset, truth be told. She was terrifying. I hadn't considered that. This is why I don't like to deal with guns.
He considered it, but his priority was to get rid of the gun as quickly as possible.
Sure,
Okay.
man.
Alright, now I think it's time to go to bed. You know what? It is about 10:32. It is about that time. Ooh. Butter sign down.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning? A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter. Soaks in
Some
the
butter,
canal.
baby.
Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock, keeping it open, and thus out of order.
Come on, we got it.
Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
What the hell?
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour. The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack. The panel served as a takeoff ramp. The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it. The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently.
How recently?
Within the past 72 hours. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
What model?
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22. It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage. The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers. Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long. You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure.
Why can't we get this fucker open? Alright, let's take our asses to bed. Did we lose the car? I was supposed to send Kim back. Let me know something about that back
Can
room.
I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers. It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
Is it true that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
Lena.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious. No, I don't.
Wondering about it is.
Or some boring story.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. He looks at the dust on his finger and wipes it off.
Yes?
Alright, let's go to bed. And then let's go talk to Cuno. No, we gotta take a bath first.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right now. Ah, that soap scum smell. It smells like life, at least compared to you.
I want to live forever with the corpse smell, memento mori and stuff.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons. The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting, like amniotic fluid. A few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
That's funny.
You feel nice and lonely, and so tired. Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub. They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations.
We're gonna drown.
None of them acute enough to focus on. You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench. Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental.
Blockbuster?
Darkness on the planet's curvature. Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools. What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving. The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Know the origin. Tip to stop the expression from happening.
The faucet is
Nice.
quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Alright, we're not ready for that yet. Well, fuck it. We gotta come back anyway, right?
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression. The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Go to sleep.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
We're gonna wake up with the shakes.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
What the fuck is this?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
My body is worthless. No one ever does anything nice to it.
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself.
Here we go.
Let's see how far that'll get you.
These are my just desserts. I will endure this pain with dignity. Wait, wasn't this Express Fuck All Borough? I'm an artist and liver damage is my art.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out. Give you some pills. Make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in
There's a book we read about that.
All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Yeah.
At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Put on your prettiest face for the masses.
Open your eyes. All right. Oh, that goes into Kim's room.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still nothing.
Where's old Kim? Is he waiting for us downstairs?
Yes?
Who are these people?
The woman in an RCM patrol officer's uniform winces as she notices you.
I would really prefer not to talk to you right now.
Fine, I'm leaving. We're gonna save it right there, guys. Drop a like if you haven't already. Drop a sub if you're new. I'm out.